And we're live. All right then. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to Kai Tai Jai Empress for being the first one in the building this morning. Shout out to June O'Brien. Thank you for being here. Sharon Ingram, Brick House is in the building. Stacy and Williams is here as well. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the driver, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. By the way, clean hearted and good hearted. Remember, the heart is a muscle that pumps blood. So we're not really talking about that. We ain't talking about the plaque in your arteries. When we say clean hearted, we're actually talking about your mental state. Your mind is clean, your conscience is clear, you're not harbor nobody in there, you're not wish bad for nobody else, all these kind of things like that, right? You're all about productivity and progress and trying to make the best out of this thing called life, this gift that you've been given. Today is the present, and we exist today in the present. Yesterday, gone. You can't bring it back, no matter how you try. Tomorrow, not promised. You don't control that. Exist now. That's why we call it the present, because it is a present, it's a gift today. Enough people didn't get this one today, right? They got one yesterday, and then gifts ran out. So here we are. I'm up this morning feeling good and very thankful to be alive today. Yeah, I get some rotted cramps last night to say I don't know why I went on. I was trying to burn 2,000 calories yesterday and to see if I could keep myself on a 2,000 calories per day burning diet. See, uh, neither here nor there, just wild stuff. I'll tell you what we're getting into in a minute, but you know, we have to segue into the show. So, for those of you who are trying to like lose weight and stuff, I'm not a fat man, so but more want to lose off, you know, let the thing off of the thing and trim up the thing and thing. But you have to, I'm not gonna say count calories, but you have to burn more calories than you consume. So it don't make no sense. You're gonna do an exercise routine, and your exercise routine burn 500 calories, but the big meal that you consumed after had 1,500 calories in it. Then your exercise routine was for nothing. You understand? And it's not even a matter about eating just fruits and vegetables and going vegan and all this other stuff. Those are natural, healthy ways, yes, but kind of extreme as well. You just have to watch what you put in and make sure you put out more than what you put in. It's basic mathematics to losing weight. For those of you who are struggling with that journey, is that's it. It's simple. Just burn more than you put in. That simple. If you put in 500, burn 1,000. That's it. So yesterday, I went on a journey. I said, yo, I wake up 3 o'clock yesterday morning. You know, when you see me here, I was dying already, but I have a high tolerance for pain. So me dying could be me smiling in front of you while I'm going down. Well, me wake up 3 o'clock yesterday morning, went hit the gym up by 3:30, put in 2 hours of workout. And you know, by the end of the night, when I was getting ready to go to bed, I wear my watch, which I don't have on right now, and it's counting your steps, counting your calories burnt, and all that. I say last night, my show wifey, it was at 1,900 and almost 2,000 calories right before bed. I needed like 30 something more calories to make it 2,000. I mean, I wonder to myself, say, how come I did abs, I did chest, back, and I did an hour on the treadmill and bust down 4.5 miles, almost 5 miles in that hour. And me, I say, I wasn't feeling anything. Well, when me lay down last night and get well and comfortable in my bed, as sleep start to lick me. You know, one of them muscle cramp that will make you go like this. And then you feel one leg first, next leg I come. And then I tried jump up out the bed and couldn't even jump up out of the bed, my friend. I'm walking around the house like this, trying to get to the bathroom. I tried to turn on the shower for jumping at the shower. And I saw warm water and all these things. I definitely did cramped up last night. Some hell of a cramp. Shout out to the person who said a teaspoon of mustard. That's how desperate I was last night. Because I'm run going there, I'm gonna take the mustard, and I didn't even realize I had organic mustard in there. So I took the mustard and I took a teaspoon. I lied. I didn't even use a spoon. I poured the mustard on my tongue while I'm standing in the bathroom. I grabbed the mustard out of the kitchen, run go in the bathroom, pour it on my tongue, and I could see the amount of mustard. I'm judging like, yeah, that's about a teaspoon. I mean, I pour it in my mouth and I'm yamming the mustard. And then after I eat the mustard, I have some calcium, zinc, magnesium pills. You're supposed to take 3 of them a day. I take 6 of them there. One time, and I was chewing them up too. Chew them up and drink up 2 bottles of water behind each other. That's how bad them cramps were last night, my friend. The cramp them licked me so hard. I was like, damn. Jump in the shower, but I don't know if it's the mustard. But within about 5 minutes of being in the shower, everything gone. And I was like, yo, it must be the mustard because I've done the calcium, zinc, magnesium thing before. And it will go away, but it will come back. That mustard never came back. And I got some good sleep last night right after that cramp there. So that person who came here and told me about the mustard for the cramps, I'm telling you, I learned from y'all and I take stuff serious too. As long as you're not telling me to kill myself. I'm not like that. But it worked. Those were desperate times last night. Oh, should I see me? Watch me now. I couldn't even stand up straight. See me now. I'm hooked up like this going to the bathroom. I'm laughing at myself, but it's hurting so much. I can't really laugh, but me, I laugh after myself. And I'm punching my leg. You know when you can't see the muscle in your leg and move like this? That's how the muscle, my quads, muscle in my thighs were moving like this. And it's like a snake in my thigh. And then it went to the other leg, and I'm like, me think me that got dead. I text wifey, she on the other side of the house. I'm trying not to wake everybody. So I text her, I said, I'm cramping like crazy. Yeah. And she's like, you know, I don't know if she did think I did too serious or nothing, but it was dead as serious. It was dead serious. Oi, whoever suffer from cramps, then try the mustard thing. I think it works. Just like how the sister told me about what's something under the arm, the lime. Try the lime thing. I tried it, it works. So I'm on mustard and lime now. I don't know what else you're gonna give me. But if you don't have any other suggestions, I'm starting to realize that y'all have some good suggestions out there. So I'll take them into consideration. Just don't tell me to drink gasoline or nothing like that. Maybe she did think of the other leg of cramp. Boy, boy, may I tell you, you know. Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. No, rigor mortis for setting when you're dead, not when you're alive. Me they are dying while I'm alive. That's how I go. We have a limited time. That's how I go. I can feel the end, even if at 20, 30, 50 years from now. That's what it felt like. It felt like the end is near. Somewhere. Round the corner. Anyhow, Onika said, John, big up yourself. Yes, caloric count matters for women. I don't think you should consume more than 2,000 a day calories. For women, I think it matters for everybody. The muscle lick you say, you woke me out so long. Take this. Debbie Jervis, listen up. And my kind of workout them is not regular people workout. I promise you. I promise you. That's why I think that's why I'm able to like gain weight quickly and then lose weight quickly as well. Cause my workout them is different. You know, I still do army infantry stuff when it comes to workout. I still do army infantry stuff. I still drill. I'm telling people also, here's another thing that I do frequently is I practice getting to my firearm, loading, unloading. I practice positioning, firing, practice draw and fire. I practice clearing a malfunction. I practice and doing it in record time. All the things that I was taught in the army as an infantry soldier, I still practice those things. So I'm sharp. And I try to keep myself sharp. It's only the body part now. You know, you're starting to get older, around your belly, take on like an extra weight, and then it's harder to get off than it was before. This is just reality. It's real stuff. You know, it's harder to come off than it was before. Plus, the lifestyle change. I'm no longer up with a team doing 5 mile, 8 mile, 10 mile runs every morning, and that and moving all day. Most of my days are sitting down or doing minimal physical activity. So, you know, the weight to come on and me I try to fight the weight off. I let it go too far sometimes though, and then it's hell to catch yourself back. That's another thing. Don't let yourself go too far. Don't let yourself go too far because then it's hell to catch it back. And then somewhere along that line, you get discouraged because you're doing so much work and you're like, oh man, this is hard. My body, I cramp up. I can't do it. I feel discouraged. I want some burger and fries here, man. Go burger and fries. But you go burger and fries instead because that's comfortable. Or you go big plate of rice and peas and oxtail and potato salad on the side with what else we eat? All kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. But macaroni and cheese and potato salad and you just pile on the extra food and then you start to accept yourself that way. Like, you know what? That's how I go. Me big. Okay, so what? Moving right along, but not it's not necessarily good for you, right? Not that big people aren't healthy. There's some big people out there who are more flexible and more healthier than some skinny, cut up looking people who look like they're the picture of health and big people are gonna outlast them. I'm just saying. Anyhow, take care of yourself. That's the message. Take care of yourself and take your health seriously because without health, you don't have nothing. You have nothing. All the stuff you're working for and trying to enjoy in this life, once your health starts to fade or fail you, you are not going to care a damn about how the house look, which house you're gonna buy next, which properties you own, unless you're starting to plan end of life stuff like, okay, man, I forgot to start divide up my assets and see which child gets what and all that, which is that means that's the end. That means that's the end. So in order to really enjoy life, you have to protect your health. Okay? No matter if no money in your pocket, my friend, when you're broke, nothing sweeter than you can go sit down on a beach somewhere and just breathe in some of God good clean air. Take some deep breath, expand your lungs, and listen to waves rolling. Nothing sweeter than sitting outside under the stars and knowing that you're healthy and you're gonna go to sleep and you're gonna wake up in one piece. Cause you have that kind of feeling there. You start panic when that's not the case. When they're looking at you and telling you that we don't know if he's gonna make it till next week, and you're like, God, please, me, I beg you, we need one more week. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. All right. Moment of awakening, but that's it. So what we have on the board this morning is so the Star printed that a woman dies after falling off the balcony. I remember I did the story on that briefly, and I said I hate how they cover these stories. You know, she fell off the balcony Monday, and by Tuesday, police released information to major news entities that says no foul play was suspected. She died of misadventure. Like, how to get to that conclusion so quickly? You know, based on the way she was found, we can tell she wasn't pushed. How? I'm still trying to understand that part of forensics. Based on the way she was found, we can tell she wasn't pushed. And you did that in less than 24 hours with like how? Maybe I'm not educated enough on how forensic science and forensic psychology works. But how? Anyhow, I said something was wrong, right? There's more to the story. Remember when I said, first of all, I want to see all the video footages from inside of the hotel facility and outside as they were coming in. I want to see, I want to hear who she was with leading up to her checking into that hotel. Did she check in with anybody at the hotel? Who was she sharing the room with? and that kind of stuff. Why a whole heap of more information come out. It's like they're answering my questions. So we're gonna get into that story. And like I told you all from the beginning, something was off. You see, we have to advocate for each other, right? Because I don't want nobody do nothing to me and then they come tell un about, well, he was celebrating his birthday and he just walked off the balcony. I promise you I'm not that kind of person. I mean, I care what going in my life. And I've been through some things. Me not walk off on no balcony. So look into that. Somebody say something. Don't just let it go just like that. But we're going to talk about her story. There's a video here of a teacher going off on a student in Jamaica now. Boy, teaching life rough these days. I commend and I shout out to every teacher that has the children's best interests at heart. Some of them don't. Some of them just thought that the teaching job was a noble profession that could be respected. And all right, Bunches, now I'm go so. Bunches, you must really know me, boy. Yeah, I tell the people let me nickname and everything. Christ. You gotta be family. You got if you're not a family, you're a friend of family. But anyway, uh, teaching job is rough. So a video came out of Jamaica yesterday where a teacher had an altercation with a student. We're gonna get into that. It's funny, but at the same time, we stay tuned. Paternity fraud has increased, says new studies. Not just in Jamaica, even though we might focus on Jamaica because you know them said Jamaica is like Bun Central and Jamaica is like Jacket Central because there are more illegitimate children there than in any other Caribbean country as far as so we are the jacket flingers of the Caribbean then that kind of thing. Shout out to my Jamaican women. Can't tell them nothing, no. The man them wrong all the time. At them cheating, dirty man them, and treat the woman them way they them not top fling jacket. Remember, man can't fling jacket. We can't. Maybe if we could, we would, but we can't. So it's just off the table for us. So when these children end up with calling dada to the wrong man, it's oftentimes on purpose and it's oftentimes her doing. But we're going to talk about that one as well, new statistics and all these things. And that's about it. That's where we're at this morning. I'm prepping my family to go away for the weekend. So, I don't know if I'm going to do a long talk this morning. Oh, and of course, 6 pages of the third day of the Andre Mcdonald trial. We're going to get into that as well. So let's shoot these topics down one by one. Let's start at one. Let me give me a second. My ears, tinnitus. I don't bust big guns for a long time and sent a lot of rounds down range with no air protection. So sometimes when I'm talking to you, my ears will just feel like somebody plugged both of them up and the ringing starts in my head, in my ears. Like, that's what was happening just now. Anyway, here we go. Let's start out with this young lady and the balcony thing. See? Jacket country. Jamaica land we love. Oh, sir. No hotel room needed. Round a banana pieces just fine. Catch you up on the ackee tree round that say, yeah. Bacchus. That's our slogan. Forget wood and water. Breaking news. Kim Big, same thing happens to your ear? Yeah, man. I was, yeah. You pay, but that's life. Woman dies after falling from balcony. No foul play suspected in a bizarre incident. You're so full of it. I'm willing to bet money. Before I even read this, I'm willing to bet money that whoever she was with, them family either have money or they're connected somewhere to something, somewhere to somebody, something. Because them fling this out too quick. And now other stuff is coming out after. So January 24th, this was printed by the Jamaica Star. The Barnett Street Police in Montego Bay, St. James are investigating a case in which a woman fell to her death from the third floor of a hotel on Sunday. I can promise you that if somebody is going to jump to commit suicide, they're not going to jump from third floor. Third floor is not that far. You already know, if you have any sense, that you're probably going to broke up yourself, but you're not going to dead, right? And who wants to try to commit suicide and end up in a wheelchair for life? Actually know a guy that did that. And the funny thing is, after he did that, his family put him in a condo on the 18th floor with a panoramic glass view. And the man said, in a wheelchair, because he was paralyzed high up from the neck down. And he says, right now, even if I wanted to kill myself, I couldn't. And sometimes I do get so depressed, I look out. When you look out at my apartment, out to all you see is the sea. And he's like on 18th floor. And he said this would be the perfect opportunity for just ride right off of this balcony and end it all 18 floors up. He actually tried to kill himself, but he jumped off of like some 9th, 10th floor, something like that, and survived, paralyzed from the neck down. Right? That's where I'm drawing this from. I know nobody now go who well intend to ain't jumping from no second, first, or third floor. Them I go higher up if there's higher floors. But anyhow, the woman has been identified as Sony Hewitt. We spoke about that already. She's 25 years old, of Johns Hall, Clarendon. She is said to be a call center agent who resided in the corporate area in Kingston. A well-placed, so she in Kingston, she works at the corporate, in the corporate area. She resides in the corporate area. She works as a call center person, right? It's her birthday. She's celebrating. So me I go mobile, go celebrate, check into a hotel, all these things, right? A well-placed security source said that Hewitt celebrated her birthday with friends in Kingston on the weekend, but then drove to Montego Bay on Saturday night to meet up with a male companion. This is what I want to hear. She drove after celebrating in town, Kingston. She drove to Mobile to meet up with a male companion. She arrived in the early hours of Sunday morning. And then she went to a popular party spot along the Jimmy Cliff Boulevard with the man that she came to meet up with. At 4 a.m., early morning now, they then traveled to a hotel, Grand A View, and checked into a room which they had earlier booked. So they booked them room and everything. That means set. And it's a one room, a one bed in there. Me and you come to celebrate your birthday. I'm not your cousin. I'm not your brother. I am a man from down so, and you are a girl from up so. All right. So they book in 4 a.m. They traveled to the hotel Grand A View and checked in. Remember, I said, how come they didn't name the hotel? How come they didn't say if she was with anybody or? Well, here we are. Grand A View is the hotel, and she was with a man. And they meet up and them go party. And 4 o'clock in the morning, they head back to the hotel, which they had booked earlier. About an hour later, I know, employees were alerted to a loud crash and then stumbled upon Hewitt's body. An alarm was raised, and Hewitt, who sustained head and body injuries, was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Them sure she dead from the fall, or she got hit in the head and thrown over the balcony. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out like how did they get to this so quickly that no foul play was involved that fast. The man's story now don't add up. I don't know if y'all seen the story. An alarm was raised. Now remember, I know 1 hour, about an hour later, after them reach that's what that happened. Now make no sense to me still. Not making no sense to me. So we have reason to believe that the woman may have jumped from the balcony to her death, is what they're now saying. We have questioned her male companion, and based on evidence we got from the location, we have ruled out foul play. But they did say for now. But we are still investigating. The source said that after being questioned, the man related that he and Hewitt, listen to this, after being questioned, this is what I'm telling them, said, him and her had fallen asleep, and after he woke up, she was nowhere to be found. Jump from the hotel balcony, Veronica Gale. That the story didn't add up to me. You and she got party. She came specifically to Mobile to meet you. When I got party, big party and thing, popular party spot. That's down a fancy place. That's a whole heap of tourists go around. That's one these things. It's hip and happening around there. After that, I went back to a hotel room which y'all had previously booked. So I don't know, so I go a hotel already. It's her birthday weekend. We're celebrating. We turning up. Put this in mind, right? When I go back a hotel in a 1 hour time, them here buduf buff round this one, them go look and I see that from upper your floor. And your story is we drop asleep. And when me wake up, she was nowhere to be found. He said that he called her cell phone. So me and you in the same little apartment here. It's not like it's a house with 3, 4, 5 bedroom in there and 2 bathroom and living room, dining room, quarters and backyard and all these things. It's a hotel room. So the first thing you do is call our phone. Okay, what would have happened that you would have thought she might have left? Anyhow, we have reason to believe that the woman has jumped. Them say, okay, he said that them drop asleep. So when he wake up and he didn't see her, he calls her phone. The phone rings inside the room where he's at. So he's like, oh, so our phone there, so. Now, after seeing that the door, the sliding door out to the balcony, he saw that the door was partially opened. Her phone was still in the room. He thought, she probably went out there to get a breath of fresh air. She probably went out there to get a breath of fresh air. So you never like peek out and see and say, you all right? Because when I've been drinking and these things and right, you all right? Never do none of that. Nope. Just saw the door open, thought, hey, she's out there getting a breath of fresh air. So I'm go back to sleep. He went back to sleep thinking that Hewitt was getting a breath of fresh air. First of all, and that's why I can't cheat and go wrap up in a bed with no strange woman or nothing. No. I have issues. I have other issues. So I don't know if them function like that, but I can't drop asleep around no strange people. I can't. I cannot drop asleep around no strange people. I could definitely not go checking into no hotel with no strange woman and me cock up my foot them on. I don't know this woman. Think she's out there and maybe they've known each other. This is why we need to get into this. Who is she? Who is he? Who is he to her? How long have they known each other? How many times have they met? Like the investigation is so flimsy. The information, the forthcoming with the information is so vague. It's like all the questions that I have, they're not being answered. They're coming out like piece. Remember I said, did she go there with somebody? Because they didn't tell us that before. Did she go there with somebody? Then make it seem like in the original report that she checked into a hotel by herself and walked right off the balcony. End of story. Lester Steph says, sound like Patterson don't. I thought she was out there getting a breath of fresh air. I saw the door cracked open, so I just went back to sleep. The source said that based on how the balcony is constructed, an individual who wanted to jump over that balcony would have to climb it first in order to go over. And them not see nothing wrong with that. It's not like, remember I said maybe she was sitting, you know, them, how the girls them do catch up one body job on kitchen sink and pan bathroom sink and let's do it for the gram, let's take one for, you know, and oh, I'm trying to position myself right so I could get the proper background view and whatnot, and maybe she fell over. No, this says according to how the balcony is constructed, in order for one to go over that balcony, they would have to climb it first. And no foul play was involved or suspected. And when they just put that out there already, so the most law enforcement should have done in this case so far is said this is still under investigation. Quite suspicious. There's too many red flags in this story. Now, when contacted, the head of police corporate communications unit senior superintendent Stephanie Lindsay said that based on reports she received, Hewitt, the female, 25 years old, celebrating her birthday, she was at the hotel with a companion. All right. She left the room during the night. She went walking along a corridor about 5:46 a.m. You know what, go on. 4 o'clock, head to hotel. 5:46, walking along a corridor. Are there any video footages to back this up that she was walking along a corridor around 5:46? Watch where I'm going with this. All right. And apparently she fell. Which corridor you can walk on that you're going to just fall to your death from how many floors? This sounds weird. She left the room during the night and went walking along a corridor by herself, 5:46 a.m., and apparently fell. Hewitt died while undergoing treatment about 10:41 a.m. Lindsay said that based on reports, there were no foul plays or no signs of a tussle. I'll give you my theory in a minute. Plain Talk Man says, and after seeing that the door was partially open, he went back to sleep thinking that Hewitt was taking a breath of fresh air, the source said. So he couldn't get up for a second and look through the open door to see where she was and check on her to make sure that she's okay or anything. Boy, like, boy, me must be different. Yeah. Shout out to the good man them out there, because some of them women here don't know when them get a good man or have a good man until them run into some man that is not good. And even then, some of them don't appreciate a good man, right? Just the simple fact that if I saw the door open, I would have checked on her. Come here, she come there. I don't know if she's out there throwing up. We were drinking, we were partying. I don't know if she is unconscious out there. I don't know if she out there crying. I don't know if she got through. But me have a next theory though, and it's only a theory. I don't want anybody to leave here and say SouFLoTV said these are the facts. I don't know the facts. I just gave you what they gave us. But here is my theory based on what they gave us. You're there at town, you live at town, you work at town, and maybe me come from. You know social media go already. You see me on social media, you like me, me see you, me like you. I go in inbox, we start talking. Yeah, man, come down and, you know, me have some place around here where you can go and thing and show you a good time and these things. And we talk for a little while and over time and these kind of something. She have on her clothes. They didn't say if she was clothed or she wasn't clothed. Didn't say. We goes to a room because hotel room book and everything, right? So she must have knowledge that we're going to go to a hotel. Now, did she say a one bed or two bed in the room? Me and you not do nothing, you know. I mean, that would have been a start. Even though if you're going to a hotel room with man, it no matter if two bed in the room, cause him just like jump over in your bed anyway, right? So from start, I would tell the naive ones, just don't go to no hotel with no man, period. Unless you book in a whole different room, him in a 121, you in a 122, if you no plan to give up no front. You come down, we party, we have a good time. Time to go back to the hotel. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, go already, man. Done bun some good ganja and drink up two of them Magnum there. So it ride me in my back. I want to release something. And then we go in at the hotel room now. I try to get some front. I talk about me can't get none. cause you know me like that. And easy no man, I'm not in the mood and all that. And go over the balcony, girl. That's my thing. Or stepped out on the balcony. Oh, it's so nice out here. Ooh, fresh air. And then come out there on the balcony. I could do something on the balcony, you know, out there so in the open, freaky something. Stop. You serious? Me not in that. No man. So how that girl I deal with you? Over the blood clot balcony. That's my theory. That's my theory. And I suggest that they keep that in mind and during their investigation. Cause the girl never just walk in and wake up and them drop asleep and she wake up and just walk over balcony. It makes no sense whatsoever. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking actually differently.
What were you thinking?
So when I heard it, I said, okay, nobody gonna go in a room with that man. No man gonna go in a room with that man. Just like that. Book a whole hotel room. Go meet up with man. No, she was there to meet with him, and he presumably wanted sex. I feel like maybe she was naive. She went there with him, and him asked for something. She said no. Fighting ensued. She went run after the balcony. They were arguing. He pushed her and struck.
That's exactly what I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't see any other way. I don't think she was there and oh whatever and let me go walk in and then I don't know who in Jamaica as a Jamaican the door open and just go back to sleep. I don't know a soul.
Right.
You don't know nobody so unless you know Parokan. Everybody know Parokan.
But you see how these, thank you. But you see how these, cause we just not build like that. But you see how these, investigators are handling this though. You see what them do? Or them just take everything like, oh, okay, and that's what it is, and no foul play. How? Cause a bare red flag, me see.
Again, whenever stuff like this happen and then come out and say there's no foul play, I think it's either they haven't done enough investigating and they need to do some more, or this might be somebody important. That the man might be somebody important. It's either they need to do some more and they're just maybe the investigators are naive. Or haven't done enough work. Or the man is somebody who have a few strings to pull.
All right. Somebody will tell me about a video. So we're gonna end the call and we're gonna talk to somebody about the video. Because I want to know. All right. NS says, SouFLo, your story sounds good. Well, I'm not giving a story, I'm giving a theory, right? I am guessing based on what I've heard that that's what might have transpired. I did a disclaimer before I said that. I said, I don't want nobody leave here and go say SouFLoTV said this is what the facts are, because those aren't the facts. Those are what I'm thinking my opinion of what might have happened is. Now, NS is saying that my story sounds good, but video says different. Where is the footage? Where's the footage? Nicola, people under the influence do strange things. I see the effect weekly at an emergency room and they come in naked, fall off ladder, upper floors, run into moving cars, etc. That's different. And then SouFLo, your story sound good, but the video says different. I'm waiting on you to tell me where's the video, and so me can go see the video myself, because you just said the video says different. So what video and where can I see it? Obviously you saw it. No answer? Okay. Y'all understand my line of questioning though? Real G, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Me still await for NS. Not pressuring you, my friend. I just want to see the logic to what you're saying. Yes, in the medical emergency world and field, you're gonna encounter these stuff where young people take all kind of things, old people to big people to take all kind of things, not just alcohol, but you know, other kinds of drugs, Molly, whatever. And it's celebration time, and them run out in the traffic and get liquor. Them catch up on the edge of a balcony and fall over and all that. In her case, that would even add to what I was saying. How come that this is the summation of so far so quick? Because from the little they've given us, from day one, I said that no look right to me. And then now I'm getting more, and I'm saying foul play gotta have been involved. There's all red flags all over it. Go watch Popeye Newslink. He saw the video. Me no want to hear what our next man tell me. Me want to see the video. See, that's the problem. I don't do that. I don't want to hear our next man tell me about him see video. Me want to see the video. Our vloggers, and I'm not saying Papaya Newslink do that. Big up to Papaya Newslink and all the others. But a lot of them, a lot of people do this stuff. See the video in my G. Yo, me just can't show it on YouTube. Because if I show it on YouTube, we'll get in trouble. But let me tell you about the video. She walk out of the room scene, and she just like, I don't know, she did a stagger and then she just fall over the balcony like nobody did that with her or nothing. I don't ever take people just like that. If we are gonna discuss that, me want you show me the video, send me a link to the video, something like that. Because if you talk like say you see the video, then you must have seen the video. I would never speak like I've seen a video when I've never seen a video. And then when people say SouFlo, where you see the video, send me the link so me can go see it. Me can send them to the link. Me I send them to a next person who tell me say him see it. You understand? I don't know, maybe it's the military in me, maybe it's the Virgo in me. I'm just a thorough person like that. I'm gonna stick to my story. She got there, celebrating. Man, now have you come away from town, come on Mobile, come party up with you and all that. And then in a party night, we go back a hotel room. Who pay for the room? Me not pay for no room and not get no front. Live on the air with SouFlo. You got a link to the video?
I think it's not showing and it's showing that it's
you have me on speaker. You have me on speaker.
Yeah.
Take me off a speaker.
It's on. Yeah, man. It's on the spot news media. They said that.
Wait. Stop. Hold on. It's on the spot news media. What's on the spot news media? The video?
No.
Stop. Well, me no want to hear the rest. Cause me have an explanation too. I don't want to hear the rest, my fam.
Okay.
All right, my friend.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, no, I missed what me I said. Let me say it again. Don't send me to no next body that's gonna tell you his theory and say him see video. Send me to the link. Me want to see the video. I need to know if a video exists and what the video says. You see, if you're going to be an investigator, and the people actually sound like how the investigator them at Jamaica, some of them operate, right? You're not being thorough. Like none of us could, if this was your daughter, trust me, or this was your sister, you wouldn't be up here talking about, yeah, so Popeye Newslink say, on the spot media say, and you're going to ask when me ask. You're going to say, let me see the video. Did this facility have videos around the property, in close to the room, down the hallway that she was walking? So me want to see the video for myself. Me want to see it for myself. And until that, my theory is just as good as their theory. So it's up to you as the viewer, listener, who you choose to listen to and feel like, yeah, he's more validated than the next one. So me I gotta go with Fiend's story. Cause here our sister girl just tell me, she said your story sound good, SouFlo, but the video says different. Okay, show me the video. Show me the video. My story sound good, but the video says different. That sounds like you see the video, don't it? All right. This is SouFLoTV. When I run with what other YouTubers said over here, we go with evidence. Seymour, please tell them, please, because I've been doing this for a while, right? And I never switch. I never switch. I don't run down no hype. I don't try to lie to people to get views. People come and them understand the reasoning and them say, yo, you're late, dog. So and so bust that case, that story they already. I mean, I said, that's okay. That's them. Me not there as news media busting breaking stories. Me want to get to the meat of the matter. Me have a list of questions. Me like to put down the thing from pen and paper and go through it like a real investigator and ask pertinent questions. Well, how come the story and I said nothing about who she came with? Why? I noticed that they didn't even mention the name of the facility that she was at and found dead at. Why? Are there any cameras around this facility? Are there any cameras at adjacent facilities to this facility that might be pointing in that direction? That oh no, watch crime on this thing that them crime show there up at them. They are my specialty, you know. I will sit and watch those all day. And I've seen murders solved like this. Some man case out a building already and say, yeah, they don't have no cameras around here. So around here, so we're gonna pull the drive-by. And they waited till the people come out the club. This was in Louisiana recently. Had a rapper involved in it. Wait till the people came out the club and pull out them big AK-47, shoot up the place and run, right? As they were running away, guess what happened? Because them case out the building and think no cameras. There was a damn camera on the building that was down the street, but it was pointed towards where they actually were shooting from. See them in the camera face with the big gun them in their hand, and a car pulls up and they jump in the car, and as the car is going away, the whole license plate is pointed to the camera from one next building that's not the building that they. So I'm saying this is how I think. Multidimensional. Me not listen to people like that. Right? I will listen, but then I will go investigate before me start put my name on it and say, I saw you go. I saw you go. So I'm encouraging y'all to be like that and to do the same thing, right? Not just run to any channel and say, I saw you go because so and so says so. No, man. Even me, if me tell you something, nobody say, I saw you go because SouFLo says so. But I guarantee you, if me say I saw you go, I better say I saw you go. And I've never been afraid to say, all right, I stand corrected. I was wrong. But I did say it was just my theory. Anything I talk about, if me get to the point where I am adamant that that is how it went, you better believe that that is how it went. Other than that, may I tell you just like this, well, the streets are talking, this is what they're saying. Well, this is what it looks like, but I don't want you going away saying I said it was factual. My people need to learn to do that. Them need to learn to do that. Every story them grab gets sensationalized. And yo, me say, I should stab her about 50 times, you know. And then the autopsy report come out and she was stabbed twice. Once in the leg, once in the abdomen. The one in the abdomen went somewhere, hit a fatal something, and she bled. But she, oh, 50 times she gets stabbed up in the yo. Me said, dog, you should have seen the way how him do her body and that. And I'm like, me can't say all that because me not read that nowhere. You weren't on the scene who was reporting it. You don't have no links to the autopsy people them. How you know all them kind of information here? Even if somebody did it, I look, what were they counting stabs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't just keep on take stuff from people so without going deep. We're gonna move on from this case here, but we're gonna stay close to this case. And just like how we're still saying Donnelly, say her name, want to see how it fade out. Yeah, his day is coming pretty soon in court where we'll be speaking more about Donnelly again. But here's another case. Remember, I said this happens all the time. All the time. And because we go quiet or because we're just willing to believe anything them give away, these people get no justice. Their family don't get no justice. It goes under the rug and that kind of stuff. I don't think that this young lady just get up and just walk off a balcony. So listen, the main piece of information they gave you in this report, they said, so even if she did drunk and him drop asleep, let's say for instance, hypothetically speaking, right? Him is not a Jamaican man we want front. Him just invite woman all the way from town to come party and mobile. Let's say that's just the case, right? Let's say he's not even into women. He's a guy that's into guys. So nothing on Nina go on is a girlfriend bestie that. Let's put it that way. They already told you that in order for anybody to even fall off of that balcony, that they would have climb up on it first. So I don't know what video y'all saw where she just staggered off the balcony. How she staggered off it without climbing up on it first to get over it, when this report right here just told you that based on how that balcony is built, whoever wanted to go over it would have to climb it in order to go over it. Right here, so. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Another thing I'm wondering as well.
Mhm.
Have they notified her family? Would they have any idea? Would she be somebody in the frame of mind that would climb up the balcony and jump off?
Like
Why
if
would
she
she
was
have done that?
suicidal or she was going through something depressive or whatever.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, I thought about
if
that
they had
too.
notified her family, maybe that would come into the discussion too, because she's celebrating her birthday. As they said, she has to climb up to go over. Why would she do that? You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're
I
right
just
on point.
randomly thought about that.
Yes, and it's
Okay.
a valid thought. Thank you.
Okay.
Right. That's another part because we don't know. Maybe she was suicidal. We don't know. And we can't say no because people said earlier that they saw her and she was having the time of her life. And listen, there's people who are ready to go. They've made up their mind already and they'll have a good party with you and then go kill themselves 10 minutes later. So it's not even, but we need to know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, go on in SouFLo.
My dad and the family, I put in some work, want
Yeah, man.
talk to him.
So the whole scenario thing there. WhatsApp, me in one group with maybe about 200 people. It don't really matter still, but
See.
more teeth and tongue say is an ex-police, and she have all the information about other police then try dash she under her up. That one.
Maybe need to check into my chat room too, and there's another chat room that I check into a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I probably that's for you that too. Yeah, so I need to check in. I haven't checked into the chat room them in a couple of weeks. Me post stuff in them, but busy,
One girl said she knew him because she knew him usually there. And one of them police work on and do, the type of thing there. You pay your money and you get your business done.
Another theory, another side to look at, another angle.
Jamaican people already, somebody get one shot, then say, 5 you get. Because then when I show you 5 with my brothers in, a man only get 4 shots, and the amount of people me see have over Instagram, so a man get 15 shots and all of that.
Because that's what make the story sound more interesting to them, brother, and it's crazy because for them it's entertainment. It's 5 shot. I never want to hear that story there. 15 shot, John. Let me go find out. Yeah. Yeah.
Even say man in a breakfast party that a Tivoli man in an argument right. They say joke. The man that even got Tivoli.
John.
Yeah, but I just typical Jamaican and black people that.
Yeah, me go dig into a wee man. A wee everything I feel extra. But me go dig into the chat room and see what go on in there. Remember my question, who is this person she was with? Yeah, all right. Manners.
All right.
Who is this person she was with? Let's start there. Because that You can't tell me some my daughter dead last night and by this morning you already have it in the news say no foul play and she fell from a balcony and she was in the company of a man. Then you question him that quick and they were drinking heavily the night before. So is a sober questioning that? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, Chucky. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Not too bad. It's another crack coming in.
Your phone is breaking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't. You have us on speaker or Bluetooth?
All right, let me you hearing me now?
Yes. Without the
Okay.
breaks.
One thing you learn in life, anything in the dark must and will come to light.
Mm-hmm.
Just like every other case, even if it take a lifetime, we're gonna hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you never realize that Amari calling it too long.
Mm-mm.
You realize?
Me never
She's
realized.
watching.
Big up Amari, man. I tell people say Amari need to run our OnlyFans and get our money. Them think I joke me make, but
When we hear the voice, I said, "Better watch your feet." So me the way you when I realize that Amari just called.
yeah, me never realized. Me see the number and I was like, this number is familiar, but me never realized. Yeah, but now that you said
She's
it, but big up
watching.
Amari.
One of your fan.
See, big her up.
And another thing,
Mm-hmm.
to get up late this morning and catch you when you talk about what happened to you with your health.
Yeah.
Let me make you listen to a doctor on YouTube called Eric Berg.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear about, I think I call it intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting, yes. That's what I've been
I
doing.
do it.
But I've been
My
doing it.
family do it. And it works.
Right. Yeah, man. I normally do it as well, like certain times of the year. Like for the last week, I've been doing it. So I don't eat anything until midday or after midday. And I've been consuming one meal for the day and I don't eat anything past 6 p.m. Right?
Perfect.
Right. And I've been working out on top of it. Now the thing what my issue is, because I've always had cramps. Mr. Run track and field from Little Jamaica. I've always run my whole life. I run in a college, I run in a high school, everything. But my thing is I always try to go 100 on first day. So it's a matter, right? So it's a matter of me pacing myself and then gradually getting back into shape. Come on, my results now. So I have to put that
Yeah,
in my
but
mind,
so
like
you can't get up and expect the result right away.
me know, but
Yeah, hurt yourself in the process.
right, that's true, and that happens, and that happened.
Well, the fasting thing for me, it worked. The first person I hear with that thing was Dr. Oz.
Yeah, man, intermittent fasting has been around, and I've been doing it for years.
Just stick to it, and
Yeah.
you'll get the benefit from it.
Yeah, it's a big part of even wifey stuff. That's why she was able to like take off so much weight and tone up herself. So, but she stuck to it and I didn't. that's the difference.
That's it.
Right.
You just stick to it. You
Yeah.
will see the results. And
Right.
you're going to the gym, and you still work out because we need that help to keep our health going.
Right.
If I even for walk, walk on the treadmill,
Get the heart rate
even
up,
that.
blood pumping. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
But stick to that fasting. Don't lose out on it. You know, one thing the doctor said online,
Mm-hmm.
him say, put yourself back where you were coming from or we're growing up. We never have much food to eat. We never have the choice and the options that we have right now. We just have to eat what we eat and go our bed.
Mm-hmm.
Millennium wouldn't understand this. Somebody older like me and you and maybe older than you would understand.
Right.
If you look at our ancestors them back in the days, they're skinny,
Right.
but they're healthy.
Right. Absolutely.
So treat the food as if you were back in the days growing up with your mother, then can't afford it to eat maybe one meal for the day. If you get lunch, you get lunch.
Absolutely.
And put your health back on track.
True that. I agree.
What me need to do is stop fast because me I lose too much weight.
You don't have no problem then. Mind somebody cuss you. 'Cause who want to lose weight and can't take it off?
Look at collarbone, you need to eat.
I saw. Some people are call you lucky right now because them a try hard and it can't come off. And you are talk about it.
No, but it worked though. It
Yeah.
really worked.
Absolutely. You're right.
Just write his name down. His name Eric Berg. Every morning, him bring a topic.
Eric
But he's
Berg.
a very good doctor. Yes.
All right. Got it.
And as I always say, kiss the kids, tell the wife hi, and take care of yourself.
All right, my friend. And you do the same. Manners and respect here.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. One more. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, SouFLo.
Manners for one.
One. John. Right?
You're not going to tell me say you did there with our on the balcony.
No, man.
Okay, all right.
Well, the theory that we have is very, very, very serious. And the same theory me have. But more than love to get some more details.
Right.
Like, how long she know him, how long have they been talking?
That's why.
And also, if she did die in a car accident, no one would have believed it because nobody go out on his birthday having fun and get intoxicated and just go off a balcony.
And just
That's
walk
bullshit.
off our balcony.
That's bullshit. And if she's depressed and she had gone through things, I mean, why would she choose to on her birthday?
Mm-hmm.
That theory is just bullshit. I'm not buying it. No way is that possible.
So you're under the same impression then that foul play might have been. All right.
It might not be exactly like that, but somewhere close to that.
Something going.
It don't make no sense.
Something
you know what I mean? And she must have friends. I would love if some of her friends calling, because girls have their best friend, they tell her, oh, I meet this guy, and we've been talking for such and such a time. We need more details on who this guy is, because the story is bullshit.
Let me put up my link, right? We're not going to talk about this no more. I'm going to move on to our next topic. But I'm putting up my link right now because some people say, SouFLo, how do I get in touch with you? I tell you every day how to. See it there in the comment section. SouFLoTV@gmail.com. That's simple. Send me that video, or you can find me on WhatsApp. That same number where you're calling right there. So the 1-806-875, the number that you're calling in now, it's pinned in the comment section as the number to call in, 806-587-8953. If you have the video, send it straight to me. If a video indeed does exist. When we see the video, me will come back and say, okay. Why? When we see video, we will put one-on-one together after that. But as of now, I'm sticking to what my theory is.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. That's very weird. Like, suicide people don't just get drunk and kill themselves.
Boy, I mean, I'm not go that far. I said the girl and her family need justice. And the little cock-up story what I'm give us is not good enough. Too many questions are out there and too many red flags are flagging in the air. Them need to be answered.
True.
Just like that. Manners and respect here. All right, my brother, manners. All right. Let's move on to our next story now. Let's talk about, all right, goes off balcony. This one here, with the youth and the teacher. I don't know if y'all saw this. Don't call in, not yet. I want to show. Did y'all see the video where the teacher told the student that him kill people already and him not afraid for him we do it again? Y'all saw that video? Want to see it? I can show you this video because they never actually, there's nobody getting hurt here. But Paddy did have to run for him life, and him run like him did a run. Him run like him did a run for him life too. I got a lot to say. What on there? What on the family? No call it. Wait there. He look like Ninja Man done. Shout out to the blast. The man said, watch. Listen to what he said. Speaker time. Come here, boy. Bad man. What for you them? Nothing with seed. The man said, hold on the caller, hold on there. The man said, him no love nothing with seed. So yeah, easiest thing for them. That means that him not eat mango, him not even call it mango, him call it galgo. And you might have to slice off bean piece of mango and give. Oh, I don't want it with the seed. Me no love nothing with seed. So yeah, easiest thing for them. Me kill people already and me do it again. Yo, yellow. I saw wanna get the teacher out on him wrong side, man. Wanna get the teacher out on him wrong side. Now, this is an educated man with his degree, and he is in here supposed to be teaching the children. But wanna chip him head lick. Me not telling us that every Jamaican have that in them on a later hour. Every Jamaican have a piece of that in them. Just say the wrong thing or violate them in the wrong way and watch school teacher. Good morning, Mr. Jones. Good morning, children. How are you doing this morning, everybody? All right, come on, get in. Time is drawing near. It's almost there. Yes, the bell is about to ring. Have your seat. Let's get a blood clot, boy. How you say? Say that again. Yo, they just let me kill people already and me kill people again. We have to take serious thing, make joke here, man. Because, I saw them stress out the teacher them. Now there's two sides to this coin. And I'm gonna speak on both sides to the coin. Now wait for who was calling just now to call back again because I see the number there quite some time. But anyhow, hear me talk. Once we start talk, I'm not gonna stop. Boy, this coming like my teacher when we did have one when me I grew up. And the funny thing is, these teachers don't really exist no more. So the schools are overrun. The schools are overrun by children who roll up paper and fling it on teacher now. And teacher says something, and them tell the teacher about what? Where sir? Hey girl. And teacher afraid. Remember say I have to pass my gate for go in your yard, you know. Teacher have to simmer down. Teacher says something to them too tough. Them run go tell them mad mother and mad father. Mad mother and mad father goes up to school and beat teacher. Them something that never happened one time me I grew up. Me telling you this before. If teacher said something to you, you hope that that didn't reach your yard. You know what I'm saying? So those times have changed. Now, it's sad to see that he has to get out like that, right? But you can see the demeanor of the boys around him. These are boys that women are expected to raise into men on their own. I bet you if you check the little circumference there, so some of them don't have no daddy, not in their house, not hands-on, not that guy who voice rolling at the house, who everybody in the house, if you don't respect him, you respect him with fear kind of thing. A mommy there at the yard. And the same way them carry on with them teacher is the same way them carry on with mommy, the same levels. And mommy can't control everything. They're no longer little junior and he's 6 and 7. Them boy are soon turn man. See? So teenagers naturally feeling themselves, but today you get a man teacher that is not afraid to confront you. But the problem is this. This is why teaching is difficult. Because regardless of whatever is going on, a teacher is supposed to maintain your professional bearings at all times. It should never come to me kill people already and me we kill people again. I mean, no love nothing with seed. So I easy something for you dead. You can't be telling the kids them that. That's a real death threat. The youth there might have a mad brother we take on the road. When meet you out a road And me not take no calls. We meet you out a road and gun talk. I will say I'll kill my brother. You kill people already, you will kill people again. What? Remember, you know, this is Jamaica. You see how the climate run. Gunshot fire and people dead for less than. You understand? So teacher have to be careful, but not only that, it is a responsibility because the role of a teacher is that professional role. The teacher has a responsibility to maintain all professional bearings at all times. This is not a Jamaican thing only. There's a video of this is in the US and it happened yesterday. And we saved the video. Now, this video I can't play it here for you because this teacher actually put hands on the student, right? It was a white student that was in the classroom. It's a black teacher. The white student used the N-word to speak to the teacher in a derogatory manner. Like the student did angry. So the student was like, F you ninja, that ninja word there. Yeah, F you ninja and thing. F you ninja. And the teacher was like, what did you just call me? And he said something about the ninja word again. This time he's up on the teacher at the teacher's desk. Now, he's a little string bean white boy and he's a big husky. I don't know why I'm do teaching him. Should I not in the NFL because him fit that role there. Him broad like so. And him big. And the one fling when him grab the people and pick me and fling him. Right? And I was like, and he was like, and then after him fling the student, him rush him again and stand up over him. And he was like ready to swing. And I'm thinking if this man punched this kid, he might kill this kid. Him draw him up again, stand him on him foot, or run him to the door, or fling him out of the classroom and get your ass out my classroom. But in all that happening, I watched the video over and over and I said the teacher lost all professional bearings because that teacher went from being a well-spoken person. Everybody knows we have two sides to us. You got your hood side. You know what I'm saying? What's really good? What's happening? And then you at the office and it's good afternoon, Miss James. Yes, I'll be taking care of things for you today. How are you doing this morning? You know, we have them two different sides there. Move your blood clot, boy. And then over here, so it's a more professional appearance. See, that kid was able to pull out the hood ninja out of that teacher there. Because if you watch the video, the teacher went from that to just like this teacher. Hey boy, me kill people already and me not afraid to do it again. In American terms, the teacher with the student, may I tell you about, he was like, call me that shit one more time. Bet you ain't gonna say that shit no more. Bet you won't say that shit one more. Say that shit again. Say it again one more time. And then my cock himself sideways like he ready to swing on the student. And I'm like, all this time that you're taking to talk to them in this manner is the time you should be taking to calm yourself down. I don't know, talk to Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Rastafari, whoever you have to talk to. You're a teacher, right? You teach. That's not just teaching the lesson of the day on the board. It includes teaching them how to handle conflict, teaching them how to be. You understand? So when you know pop off and they kill people already, I see them where them learn from you. So them are go road go do the same thing. So they will do it now to somebody who is intimidated by them as they are intimidated by you. Because you see how you run, right? Him take off faster than you seeing at the Olympics when them clap a gun, bow, on the 100. He was out of there because that's a man and he knows man's strength and he knows him can't match the man's strength. Not to mention him face look like Ninja Man face when time he kill people already. Him say, look, Peter, bad man. But your professional bearing must be there at all times. That could have been handled differently. Walk him out your classroom. If you don't want to leave, you leave the classroom. He's not in there hurting anybody. He's confronting you. So you leave the classroom or use your phone and call head office and say, hello, I have a belligerent student over here. Can you please send security to my classroom now, please? Things are getting out of hand fast. That's it. especially the one that's here in the US that did that. The resources are there. Use them. Don't make them dry you out. Don't make them dry you out to the point where the next thing you know, you're losing all you've worked hard for. You didn't become a teacher overnight. You went to school. You studied. Right? You put in your years. You earned your degree. You can lose all that. And on top of that, be doing some prison time because you are a grown man that punched that kid wrong and him dead at your hands. Society is not going to be so forgiving. They're going to tell you that you are the adult. You should have been. So shout out to the teacher them. I honestly believe, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I honestly believe that teaching is like one of the hardest jobs out there. And I believe that they are highly underpaid because people dump their rugrats on teachers on a daily basis. Picnic who them can't even control at their home. Them glad, see how everybody go on when time holiday come. Jesus Christ. The kids are gonna be home now for the next 8 weeks. Oh my God. You see how them go on? You see how them go on when holiday done and a time to go back to school. It's like, yes, one book and pencil and pen and uniform. Got it. Monday morning, school starts 7:30. You did it from 6:15. No matter about the extra 45 minutes there, you're early, turn up and wait. You're ready to get them out. So how you think the teacher feel? And the teacher have not just your little two rugrat them, but a classroom full of them. And a one she or him alone in there. And there are other children in there that are that unruly, just like the other one where you see. And you're dealing with multiple of these. Plus, I try focus on learning, lesson, curriculum. Now, man, them need to up them people a paycheck to where professional athletes paycheck look like. Honestly, we entrust our future, because that's what our children are. They are us. They're our future. We entrust our future to these people on a daily basis. Handle my baby with care. Educate his mind and prepare him for his future. That's the responsibility we hand to teachers every single day. So every good teacher out there deserves the maximum respect. Don't let these rugrat children draw you out. Maintain your professional bearings at all times. That's how me feel. Me still a go laugh about it because I used to take serious thing, make joke, and it's funny. Especially how him take off and the man take off back at him. That was funny to me. But it's still serious. And there's a serious side to it. See? All right. Now take no more call for the morning. We're short on time now and I'm running through these topics. So with that part said, white boy learn another lesson. Lesson, don't F with a hood ninja. Banches Joe. Or Banches, here's the thing. Him not learn no lesson. I bet you that teacher is going to learn the hard lesson. We make songs and we sing these songs and we allow them to sing the same songs. You my ninja, me and my ninjas, ninja this, ninja that, and a ninja the word, for those of you who now get it. So when they sing them same words and they grow up speaking them same words, you can't want to fight them now because today you don't feel like hear one of them say the word. You understand? So, and again, what I'm telling you is what they're going to tell him when he goes before that board. He lost all bearing. His professionalism went out the window. As a teacher, you are held to a higher standard. You are expected to be able to handle things better than that at a different resolve when children lose themselves in front of you. If you are the type that's going to want to fight people's children because they said something that you didn't like, then you are in the wrong profession. And he might even end up losing his damn profession, his job. Not just his job, but he might even be penalized at the board to where him can't go nowhere else go work as a teacher. Your whole career outlook gone. You know, I believe the children are our future. They are. They are. You not there to see the future. Your children will, and your children's children will. And that's how it goes. Just like how my grandparents them gone and me there, I'm their future. My children are my future. But yeah, I believe the children are future. Whitney Houston, and that okay. But real talk though, again, big up to every teacher out there. Big up to every teacher out there, every good teacher. Some of them not good enough. Some of them come at school, come taunt people picnic, and them have issues of their own, you know, and they take it out on these children, and sometimes it goes bad. However, for the good teacher them who understand what I just said, and you do it day in, day out, our hats off to you. Utmost respect to you. And that's why Audrey Wright says, and that's why I'm not a teacher. And that's why I'm not a teacher either, because uppercuts, I know how to do them really good. Drag you by your damn Adam's apple, I know how to do that really good. Me couldn't be one teacher. Yep, assault and battery on a child, on a minor. Assault and battery on a minor, you're no longer a teacher. And you can't be. All right. With that said, let's go into that one here real quick. And we're not spend too long on this either. Paternity fraud. The paternity fraud thing. I could talk about that. Studies show. Studies show. Let me go to the top of this. See, studies show heightened increase of women committing paternity fraud. That was recently printed. Shout out to sleepjamaica.com. But I want you to know that this is not just a Jamaica problem either. But I watched the US news the other night, and I don't really watch news. But I watched US news the other night, and the statistic numbers that came up, I was like, what? This can't be. Is a high number of men in the US that are paying child support monthly for children that are not theirs, are raising children that are not theirs. And she knows. So it's not just a Jamaican thing. See? Even though a Jamaican woman them fling jacket like Taylor. Recent study carried out by a Mandeville-based Northern Caribbean University researcher has uncovered a significant increase in the number of women across the island of Jamaica committing paternity fraud or giving jackets, as it's said in Jamaica, to men as a means of social mobility. Social mobility, climbing the ladder, getting to a better life. Him have it, over here, so him no have it, but me want give him some, but then me breathe for him and him no have nothing. But he's going somewhere. It's kind of like hooking your anchor to a ship that's heading someplace, right? Social mobility. The study, which was dubbed The Perspective and Practices of Women on Paternity Fraud in Jamaica, that's the name of the study. Post-COVID, COVID just done. Post-COVID revealed that there are several reasons why women commit paternity fraud. Renowned psychologist Dr. Newman highlighted some of the reasons, including a fear of losing a partner or relationship, multiple sexual partners that they're not being honest about, fear of shame and criticism, because some of them want to come out and say, you know what, I messed up. I was married to Sean, but me did give John some and John breed me. Everybody know, me not care. But they can't do it because fear of shame and criticism. Nasty girl, you're married enough, big married woman, make man breed you over there. So they don't want to hear that. So they'll prefer pretend to be that good wife that I only have eyes for my husband. And I wouldn't want any other man to touch my body or even see me naked except for my husband. She's wholesome. She's a good wife. Then prefer to act and pretend that that is what they are. And then behind the scenes, take body, girl, take body. Any different direction. Anyhow. And of course, there's the serious part of this, which being a rape victim. being a rape victim. So he also stated that women keep paternity secrets because revealing them may destroy a whole family and destroy interpersonal relationships. In addition, it has been discovered that children are the main reason that women give for keeping their paternity secrets. Other reasons given include that women who are victims of domestic violence, they do not want to suffer more battering by revealing the paternity uncertainty. Now, according to Turney, similar reasons make women who have been raped keep the paternity issue secret and therefore refuse to disclose them to the biological father. So, you're there with your woman. I don't know how this happened, but somebody back her up and rape her, and she not tell you. Because she don't want you say, well, you put yourself in another position the way you did that do round that brother, the why that happened, and these things. So she just hold the rape quiet and tell us that the baby are yours. Imagine you raising a rape baby and not even knowing that. No, that's serious. That's not even laughable. Laughable is, why she that juggle two man and she get the one where I will look on the baby and say, I no feel him, but he happy for jacket to say, hey, if he wants to be deceived, then make him go be deceived. But imagine there's trauma all around this. Your woman is raped. She don't tell you. She carried that baby. She's hiding two things from you. One, that she was violated in such manner, and two, that she's having a child that is not yours, but she'll make you think that it's yours. That's deep. That's very, very deep. Now, he says, according to similar reasons, make women who have been raped keep the paternity issues secret, and therefore they refuse to disclose them to their biological father, the child's biological father. Though some women indeed commit paternal discrepancies intentionally, it is also true that in some cases the woman was not certain who the real father of the child was at the time because she was juggling multiple partners and she don't know who really did breed her. So she never did really mean figure. She just didn't know how to tell you, say, well, I know you one me did I sleep with still. So hear me I say, this all sound like excuses to me. The mother inadvertently gave her child to the wrong father based on her personal beliefs. Turney further explained that another reason why women keep secrets about paternity is that they are uncertain themselves about who the real father of the child is. According to the scenario, has been defined as paternity uncertainty and not paternity fraud. Yeah, man, you can pretty it up any which way you want. As the same thing. Jacket. For example, if a woman has several relationships or a one night stand somewhere, me just see man girl, me don't know, me did just have to give him some kind. Did God know me name mean to still. It happens, fellas. It happens. She might find herself uncertain about the paternity and may typically assume that the father of the child is the one with the most enduring sexual relationship because I him got them more than anybody else. So that little one time that when me give John John some, boy, anybody named John John, your name I call up heavy this morning. The little one time when me give John John some, I couldn't John John breathe me. Cause my husband Steve, him did it almost what 2-3 times a week him in there. I feel him, I feel him. And when the baby born and look like John John, she not bother say nothing to you. She just try to tell you how the baby have your feet and your ears. Him don't have your eye and your nose and your mouth though. Maybe your great grandfather own that. Him have. And yeah, and it skip couple generation and come down to him. And you over there tell yourself about. I true, you know. You see how the little toe cock off. I see him with my little toe cock off, you know. Brother, you're a little toe cock off because you used to play soccer barefoot and you kick stone and broke you when you did young. And you never heal properly. I know genetics. But you go buy wherever she give you. See? Why? When asked about their views on the prevalence of paternity fraud on the island of Jamaica, some of the study's respondents alluded that the phenomenon is rather unfortunate and weighs on dishonesty. In other words, it's wrong. Well, it's not right. Suppose they don't know who the father is because they have more than one partner and then they don't know. It's not right, but sometimes things happen. A woman attack, so you know. It's not right, but sometimes things happen. It can affect a family because that man might want to find his child and that child might want to find their father. One person said, if a woman give a man a jacket, is wickedness. If you tell him today that it is his, one day he must find out because the child probably doesn't even look like him. And over time, it will start to weigh on his mind until one day he can't take it no more. And he might go say, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, just for sure, let me go check and find out for real. And he'll find out that it really is for real. See? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Good morning. I want to go on with sound this morning.
Hello?
Yes, you're there?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? She can't hear us. Can't hear us. We hear you. We hear you, but you can't hear me apparently. DNA test should be mandatory at birth. Yes. If this is such a big problem on the island, which I believe it is, then you are absolutely right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
All right.
How you doing?
Good. And how you doing this morning?
Good.
Talk to us on this topic now. I'm sure you have something to say. This whole paternity fraud thing.
Yeah. I hate to be that person, honestly.
Yeah, but
like you know the party pooper person,
yeah,
the serious, always everything is serious. I hate to be that person. I do, honestly, I do.
It's a balance though. It's a necessary balance because I'm over here putting joke out of it, talking about big toe and little toe broke off.
Right.
Yeah, so I put humor to it. So obviously we need some seriousness to it, a serious thought. It's an issue. But
this is, the issues that we have for such a small island. The issues we have, it go down to the genetic level. And it start with this jacket stuff, honestly. It's like you have the spirit, the old pirate spirit over the island, and then you have all the genetic confusion.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, it's like, man, some of the crimes that come out the island, it's just like there's just so much genetic mix up.
Did you have
confusion?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought that. I thought brothers and sisters are having children and don't know it. Yes, that crossing up, mixing up.
Yeah.
I've thought of that.
It's just, and that's why, people think like, oh, and Caribbean women are coming into it now too, this whole feminism thing. It's not good. Feminism does not benefit women. It doesn't. Feminism removes all your protections as a woman because guess what? You're not a man. Man cannot breed, right? I saw a study that said that it takes about 30 men with their sperm could sustain the world population with their sperm, about 30 of them. Not say I'm encouraging men to go do that too, because there are other layers that children need.
Right.
But as a woman, your fitness inside, right? It's an entry point to your organs, to your soul. And you just let Tom, Dick, and Harry just drop in there. It's disgusting. You turn yourself in a toilet. And we really have to get to a point where there's shame. What happened to shame? When I was growing up, my mother said, "Don't shame me," and I just felt like I could just bury myself. Everybody lose shame again. Nobody have shame again.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Shame gone.
Shame gone.
Just leave people, let them live how they want to live.
Yeah, I grew up with a sense of shame. Certain things I wouldn't do. I remember having friends cut class. I couldn't cut that because God forbid I bring shame in my poor parents' face. I couldn't do it. But this whole free coat, lack of self-control, turn yourself in a toilet, because as a woman, when you're doing those things, you take on the scent of that person. You know what I'm saying? And it lasts with you for days. That the scent of that person lasts with you for days. So yeah, this person scent and that person scent mix up and this person scent. It's nasty, man. Honestly, it's not cute. And you just devalue yourself. Your scenting, as I said, is inside. Is the closest access point to your organs. Stuff is outside. So this thing has to stop. And stop pick up all this feminism, do what I want, live what I, because it doesn't bring joy. It brings more stress. Now you're pregnant, you don't know who the daddy is. Now you have shit. It's kind of late. You know what I mean? Now you have to hide. Because if you were doing something okay, you wouldn't be hiding.
Exactly.
So don't put yourself in that position. Huh? What is it? Ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure?
Yes. Right, that's all.
It's nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah, isn't it very nasty? Honestly, and it has to be called just as so.
Nasty.
Nasty, nastiness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you say all that still, because you know they're starting to call me all kind of names.
No.
Male
You need to say
chauvinist
it too.
and
Yes.
all these
Let the
things.
man them say it too.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
It's nasty.
Yes. You must come out and say it. Don't bother be afraid to say that because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's nasty. Yes.
Absolutely.
So the man them need to say it too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Error ending message. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, but listen. I see your thing, you know. You know, when time in a crossbreed, I have brother and sister have picnic together and all these things, and then two first cousin have, and then all these things. That whole heap of DNA mix up foolishness, mental health issues, and explains a lot. Things are deeper than we are willing to admit that they actually are. That part. With that said, though, let me finish this segment off by saying this. Listen, this is not taking blame away from man. This is what it is. Jacket now have nothing to do with man. It's a decision made by a woman, except for the women that were forced upon. Not talking about them. That's a whole different time, a whole different show, whole different scenario. But the one them that willingly put themselves in position and then now want to talk about, well, I didn't want to break up my happy home because my husband is a good man and we have two other kids together already. And if me did tell him, said the third one and a female would have left, then where would that leave us and all that? That's selfishness. That's deception. That's all of the things that are nothing good. So that's why earlier when I was going through the article, I was saying that sound like excuses to me. Because that's what it is. At the end of the day, every child deserves to know who their parents are, man. Especially who his father is or who her father is. Me no business if him poor and broke and a bicycle him ride go everywhere or walk foot. Don't fling the baby give car, man. Tell the picnic who them parent is. They deserve to know. And no man deserves to have a child and think that this is his. And to find out years down the road that it's not. You know what I mean? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. All right. This thing I'll give us some problem. I don't know what's going on, but moving on to the last topic for the morning. And the last topic for the morning was the Andre stuff. You notice I save it for the last every morning, right? All right. So the last one for the morning is the Andre Mcdonald, which is Beachy Stout son. Not take no more call for the morning, my friend. Which is Beachy Stout son Andre Mcdonald trial. Yesterday was day 3. Today is day 4. Starts at 10 a.m. Again, foolishness in the comment section. I'm just take for myself because I'm not into it. I'm a grown person. I don't scroll social media looking for other grown people to argue with and all that. We have much better things we can be doing. Anyway, I went back over her mom's, Andre's mom's testimony, right? Her mom's testimony, before I get into what was said yesterday, her mom's testimony was similar to the sister. And I'm wondering because when the camera pans around, the look that is on Andre's face as them both up there, the look that he gives to the mom and the look that he gives to the sister, there's a kind of look like I don't want to use the word intimidating, but it's a kind of look like it's that dark, deep stare. It's like you better remember me, and you better not say nothing that will incriminate me or out of line, or you better play a game. And I explained to people before, like, you know, if people have money in a Jamaica and for them family still there, and you know, dog can name your supper any day of the week for small change. Read between the lines. See? So some of the things that they asked the mom, now we got to remember her mom worked at the facilities. She would rotate through different facilities of the multiple facilities that they owned, right? Um, Paying attention, especially to the mom's testimony this morning. Remember, the mom testified day 2, you know, not day 3, but I had to go back. See, paying attention to her testimony because I missed it. Her mom worked, and she would send her mom to go, like, if an employee colleague sick. Now her mom is on payroll, you know, as a full-time employee, you know. Then on top of that, she would send her mom to different, like a floater, we call it in our field, which means you go between facilities. So mommy would have to go fill in, hey, Judy called in over at facility 1 today, so she's not feeling good, so she's not coming in. Mommy, I'm gonna need you to go over there and fill in that shift there for me. And then go over here so and do that and that. So her mom was doing all that. Now, on top of that, her mom working at the facilities, her mom also responsible for cleaning their house, top to bottom. Now, when she said that she was responsible for cleaning the house, right? The attorney asked her, the prosecution asked her, is that the deal that was made that you would clean the house in order and in exchange for staying there because you don't pay any bills there, right? She says yes, that was the deal that was made. Right away, you know how them I look upon this, right? Because when they asked her how long she has been there with them, she said 2 years. The next question, the questions were, did you agree to live there in exchange for cleaning the house? The mom said yes. Do you have a room there? A room of your own? The mom says yes. Did you have a closet there? The mom says yes. You're thinking, if she have a room, she must have a closet. Why you ask her that? That's very important. That's very important because this can look like, oh, they brought the mom there and they're using her kind of thing. It's made to establish the relationship. Now you got to remember, before the sister already got up there and said Andreen was the type to go off on the mom, right? And she told the detectives that, well, everybody has a temper. And Andre was the one that would intervene on the mom's behalf. Like, chill out, man. You cannot talk, you can't do your mom, so you cannot talk to your mother like that, right? This is very important in establishing their grounds for she is that person. She was that kind of person. She wasn't afraid to confront him. She wasn't afraid to run up in his face. She wasn't afraid. She did it to her mom. You know, sometimes he had to jump in for her. Now, did you have a room there? Did you have a closet there for yourself? She said, Carl, Elizabeth, Judy, Tony, those people picked her up from work and took her back to the house the day when Andreen was reported as missing because she wasn't there. Andreen had told her that she had to work at one of the facilities to cover one of their employees that had called in sick again, right? So she left the house and she worked the overnight. When she got the news that she was missing, all these people came to pick her up and took her back to the house. Now, when she arrived at the house, she said all along she started calling her daughter, right? Her daughter not answering. She starts calling other people associated to her daughter because she worked with them too. They weren't answering. She started calling him. He wasn't answering. But when she arrived at the house, she saw him there. And he walked out of the garage as she walked into the house. Now, that's like, damn, they ring off your phone. You have your phone with you and you not answer. So she said she asked him, the detective said, did you ask him? Did you tell him that we're looking for his wife, for your Andreen, your daughter? She says, yes. I said to him, hey, they're searching for Andreen and we can't find her, and I've been calling her and we can't reach her. And he immediately said to her, to the mom, I'm gonna go over by the hospital and look to see if she's over there. Cut right away. Disappear. She then gave the police full permission. This also was very important. She lives there. Her residency is established there. She doesn't have to be the owner of the property. Her residency is established there. Her name not for depend deed and all that. Her residency, this is her legal residence. By the way, shortcut, just to tell you this, if you're with somebody, right, and say, for instance, your name is upon everything and theirs is not, and you decide, say, yo, this person has to go, you can't just pack up them bag and fling them out the door, you know. You have to legally evict them, you know. Especially, and if they have been living there, getting mail there at that address for more than a month, more than 30 days, they have established residence there, and you have to legally evict them. Anyways, that was just a side thing for others to know. But she gave the detectives permission, not just for that day to search the house, but she gave them permission to search the house anytime they wanted to in regards to this case. So you see the evidence that was thrown out before, that evidence probably should not have been thrown out because they had been given the go-ahead. They said, oh, y'all got those evidence without a warrant. When you guys stumbled upon window open, detective climbed through open door, let the rest of you in. Can't use that. That's got to go. But she gave them. Then the detectives that stumbled upon, and this was before she gave them, but the stuff they found in the garage, in the garbage can and stuff, that's very well admissible because she gave them permission, not just that day. The detectives, the lawyer specifically said, you gave them permission not just that day, but for any time they wanted to search in regards to this case, correct? She said yes. Mommy says her room is upstairs. Master bedroom and bathroom, and the other room is downstairs. So Andrea and Andreen weren't sleeping in the same room. They weren't really intimate with each other leading up to her death, weeks leading up to her death, or leading up to her disappearance at that point. So, but the mom says when she cleans the house, the detective asks her, do you normally, where's your bathroom? And I'm sitting here thinking, yo, I find all this interesting enough. I'm thinking, why am I asking her where for your bathroom there for? But you have to pay attention. She says her bathroom is right there across from her room upstairs. So them have two bathrooms in the house and thing. So the detective was like, okay, so you wouldn't have a reason to go into their room and their like the master bedroom and the master bathroom. Now, mind you, in the master bathroom, on the switch is where all that blood was found first, right? You wouldn't have a reason to go in that area, would you? She said, not unless I was cleaning. This is what tells me that she cleans the whole house. She said, not unless I was cleaning. She didn't go into their bedroom. She didn't go into their bathroom. That was their sacred space to her, kind of thing. She was living with them for 2 years at this point, and they asked her, you didn't pay any bills there? She said, no. You didn't put any money into the purchase of this property? She said, no. Your name is not on the deed or anything? She said, no. All right. What happened yesterday in court was a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but you just have to stick through it. Now, the mumbo jumbo that's happening wasn't really establishing anything too tough. So, phone forensic expert, again, back on stand, phone forensic expert explains how the information is extracted and how their system or their program, it's called, breaks down the information. Like when they extract information from any device, it's broken down by location, text message versus voice call, received, when it was received, time, who was calling versus who, what was going out versus what was coming in, time zones, what one person was in a different time zone versus the other person, etc. That they have a program where they put it in, and the program just does it automatically. He says cell towers, pinging locations, all that. The phone is seen moving about in some deeply wooded areas or some thick vegetation area, possibly searching for a place to dump the body, is what I said. Possibly at that time he was searching for a place to dump the body because it is out where she was found. So apparently, end of the day, this is what happened. When they took his phone, they were able to use now his information on his phone to track certain things. But the detective specifically said it wasn't the GPS on his phone that we used to find her location. It was actually information from his server, which was T-Mobile. See, I did not get GPS data from his phone for that. All this came from his provider, T-Mobile, and Google Earth. The expert testifies to the accuracy of the GPS, and he says that within it, the thing is so accurate, it would bring you within meters or within a couple of feet from the exact location of where you had been. That means if any way spouses can go in our phone and we out here and them have these capabilities, just know say they were there. Them can't tell about, oh, I just drove by there. No, you were there. You were there. Or you stopped somewhere close to. Because he said it wouldn't stop and record like that if you pass by. You were somewhere close to. Stopped somewhere close to. Sean Tolman, sergeant with the investigation division, he verified some information. He left. He was just saying who was on the team, other leaders that were on the team. All yesterday was basically long questioning Mr. Buckman, the gun shop employee manager. He testified again. For you to say he tried to conceal the body, that means it was intentional. Okay, so they were saying for you to say he tried to conceal the body, that shows that he had an intention to kill her. I had to write that down. One has nothing to do with the other. Okay? Concealing the body does not mean that I intended to kill you. Concealing the body means that I'm trying to get away with this. You get it? There was a brother over there yesterday suddenly turned. People start off first as your seem friendly, and then they become your protagonist or antagonist, whichever. But anyhow, suddenly I was this bad person. Someone just stopped talking to people. Yes, because concealing the body shows he was intended on killing her in the first place. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. People accidentally kill people for real. Two friends playing around with a gun. One never knows that there was one in the chamber because them swear them a gun expert, but they're not. Pow! It went off. Your buddy is laying next to you with half of his head blown off. How the hell you gonna explain this to the law? Oh shit, I gotta clean up the scene and make this body disappear because they might give me life in prison because nobody is gonna believe me that this is actually what really happened. So you see what I'm saying? Disposing of the body does not say he intended or he planned her demise in advance. Premeditated murder versus something that happened randomly. Two different things, two different sets of charges. That is where this case is now. That is why that argument is important, right? Was it intentional? Maybe. Was it premeditated, meaning planned in advance and executed according to plan? All evidence so far still shows that it was not. They asked the mom, when you got there to the house, Did you see Andre there? She said yes. Were your daughter's friend and co-worker and other still in the house? She said yes. At any point, did Andre tell any of them, come on, y'all got to get out my house. Y'all got to get out my house and close his doors? The answer was no. So if this man knew that blood de yasa, blood de desa, blood de all the holy pictures I saw from day 2, that's if I was trying to get, that's what he would have done. He would have said, come on, y'all gotta go. Or just answer his door and say, or don't answer his door. Pull my blinds, pull my curtains, shut my blinds, take my time, stay inside and clean up the place properly. And then me start answer my phone and open my door. You could tell. And again, I'm not siding with him. I'm just saying what his lawyers are trying to prove and what's coming out in court, you can tell that he had no plan from before. Shit hit the fan, got way serious than he wanted it to get, and now he's trying to escape. There's nothing that says premeditated murder. And if you see what says premeditated murder, show it to me. But there's nothing. I painstakingly write all this out every day just for you because me want a week to debate it so you can say, no, SouFlo, this says premeditated murder right here. Anyways, the MP military police grade pistol that he had, they went to the gun store, them see what kind of gun him did I buy. He was smiling. I noticed that. While he was in there and put a magazine in the gun, he racked it, he loaded it. There's no bullets in the magazine. They gave him a gun and an empty magazine. It's the gun store. He's trying to see if this gun actually works properly, but he was smiling in the gun store. Now, I don't know if he's trying to remain calm and as normal as possible, having conversation with the person, trying to disguise what's really going on in his life, or he was having some kind of sinister thought at the time when he loaded the magazine in and racked it. But I noticed from the camera footage, he smiled a big old white teeth smile. And I was like, yo. And he was smiling for quite a while he was checking out the gun and waiting for his background check to come back. Side message again. Jamaica, you see how we do it? You go to the gun store, you say this is the gun I want, you stay right there, they run a background check on you, and it's a full background check, right? And then your background check can come back. Most of the time it comes back in minutes or hours. Sometimes it comes back in a 24-hour period, or you might have to wait the weekend if you went there Friday and you pick your stuff up on Monday. But this whole having people wait for years, 2 years, and then 2 more years, people kill we already by then, my friend. A man can't protect themselves legally and these things. So when you're dragging people off to jail because the murder rate is climbing in the country and citizens feel like I need one of those to protect myself, y'all see where that, you understand that? But anyhow, neither here nor there again. So he left the gun store. Now, when he left the gun store, him just is like somebody tell him something or something. I don't know if he was paying attention to the news, but he bucked out of the gun store and he left the gun. He left him ID. He left everything. And they asked the guy, the manager of the gun store, was this normal to leave your ID behind and all this other stuff? And they were like, no, he didn't even say anything. He just bucked and just left. And I thought that was weird. Side note, Andre looks stressed out. If we catch a glimpse of him up close, look at the icon for this video. He looks stressed out. He looks like he's not getting enough sleep. He's not taking care of himself. His hair had lint in it. Like when you sleep on the blanket with lint or lay down on the floor or something, and him just get up. Now, this is a military man. He's used to being well groomed. See? His hair had lint in it. Basically, an unkept appearance. Might be a strategy to draw sympathy. Oh God, look at him. Damn, he looked like he's hurting. Look at his pictures from when this first happened to now. You see them big old black bags under his eyes? You see how he looks? This is really tearing this guy apart. Oh man. I don't think he really meant to kill her. Yeah, I think this is a manslaughter, especially given her background and all the things that she did that came out. You know, I mean, it wasn't right, but that's what's going to happen in deliberation. Reggae Girl Bento says, SouFlo, I've been following it so closely and I have a question for you. What's the question? I can hear my kids coming. We have 1, 2 more pages and then we're done. What's the question, Reggae Girl Bento? Ask the question while I go through this. May I speed it up? The gun was not loaded. He left the store and the people at the gun store left everything just as he left it. They swabbed him, ran through the system for their record. That's the cop that arrested him. The cop, remember, after I left the gun store, he got arrested right outside of the gun store. They were tracking him. See? So the cop basically was testifying about the process of swabbing him, collecting evidence from him, taking the gun, storing the gun, and storing the magazine and other evidence. And he had to verify in court that, yes, these are the same items that we took off of him and all that. Someone said, I'm highly disappointed in the military, in this case, Army or Air Force, whichever. Disappointed in the military for what? You're not disappointed in the police force when one police goes rogue. 2, 3, 4, 10 of them go rogue. Y'all see police officers caught in airports smuggling cocaine, this, that, and the other, and you're still not disappointed. You still say, big up JCF, big up the good police officer, then big up the... Disappointed in the military for what? The military had nothing to do with this. Just like when I hear people say, oh, them so disappointed in the government, and the topic of the story we're covering is this man went to Jamaica to bury his mom and his other family members who've been warring with them over house, the 5-house story and land. That don't have nothing to do with government. That's you and your family and your dirty family members that can't keep things together. Hateful, greedy, gravelicious people who over there consuming each other. Not have nothing to do with government. So it's the same thing over here. His stuff does not represent the military. I can tell you this for sure. And every person who has served in the military can tell you this. The military does not put up with BS at all. Spousal abuse is one of the things in the military that will get you in trouble the fastest. And your spouse does... Oftentimes, spouses in the military use the same military against their... Say the husband is the soldier. The wife can use that against him. Call his chain of command. You don't want him to go out this weekend because he's been going out with the boys every weekend. And him say, babe, come on, man. I've been training hard. It's rough out here. Let me go out and have some fun with the guys. But you're wifey and you're like, nope, we're in a different country. And you seem to be all up under these, like you're enthralled by these foreign girls. I don't want you out here getting in trouble and then bringing home nothing to me. Just say that, right? All you do is call his chain of command. Hey, can I speak to Captain so-and-so or the commander of your company, please? Yeah, my husband is Sergeant so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on. Who's this again? This is Mrs. blah, 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 his wife. Okay, hold on. When them pass that to the commander, shit rolls downhill immediately. Not even your husband is going to get called in there yet. His leader is going to get called in there and chewed out. Hey, soldier, square your soldier away ASAP. I'm not here to be dealing with people's domestic issues. Matter of fact, they told me, they said, if we had wanted you to have a wife, we would have issued you a wife. So now that you have a wife and you came here with a wife, you're going to be responsible to that wife. You know what they did to me one time? They started taking my paycheck and sending it straight to my wife. They moved me out of my house. Remember, I joined the military, at a time when man young and wild and one got road and them something, and then you had to live and learn and then mature in those ranks. You understand? One time I see a bike pull up at my house. Big old sergeant on the bike. At the time, I private. But I had a house because I had a family. If I was a single soldier, I would have been in the barracks. They gave me a whole house in the gated communities. I'm going out on the weekends, I'm partying, but me I train hard and stuff, you know. My woman didn't have all that though. Anyway, I seen a bike pull up to my house. That man said, "Hey, Matt, grab 2 pieces of clothing, put it in one bag, let's go." I said, "Hey, son, let's go where?" He said, don't ask me no fucking questions. Do what I say. Grab 2 pieces of clothing, put it in the bag. Yo, I said, yo, I never been on a bike before. That's all because I say, you know. I said, I never been on a bike before. He said, climb your ass on the back of the Harley. Big old white man with on big Harley Davidson angle bar up here. So climb your ass on the back of the Harley. Here I am on the back of this Harley with my one scandal bag with a few pieces of things in it. I'm getting locked in the barracks and put under watch. Well, since you can't take, and then this is what the commander said. Well, since you can't take care of your family, we're going to have to take care of them for you. And then we're going to have to treat you like a baby because you can't take care of you can't even manage your damn wife and kids. What makes you think you can lead soldiers, son? So you know when promotion time come around, your rank non-change. You understand? They don't play. So for those on the outside looking in, this is stuff that's taken extremely serious. They will have you sleeping in an open field on one bed and have your whole company surround you, watching you around the clock. And you will be mad as hell, and everybody around you will be mad because they will take away everybody's weekend. They will take away everybody's time off. And just to make sure, say, yo, so shit rolls downhill, higher command mad. It goes to your second chain of command mad. It goes to the people them that were put around you mad, Bex, and you're standing there alone. Real stuff. And I've been there, and this is personal, right? So this whole talk about I'm so disappointed in the military. Trust me, the military don't play around like this at all. If a spouse ever said, that soldier is in so much stuff. Anyhow, that sounds like what my mother said to my brother. LOL, my mom, do not play. If benches is benches, or no, bento, regular girl bento, or somebody had a question. If they put the question there, let me know. All right, so the next cop come and testify how they entered the house through the window, open the back door, and then let the rest of them in. Evidence gained there was thrown out because that was an improper entry and they didn't have a warrant for it. But everything after that, after they got a warrant, because they went back and got a warrant and came back a second time, that was when they saw the garbage can and there was nothing in it. And when they came back, the garbage can had all this stuff in it. Now, Andre knew that they were at the house before. He saw them. This to show you this is not a man with a plan. The man come back, come put in the garbage can all these things. He put in the garbage can, right? The hammer with the hair and the blood on it, the sweater with the blood on it. He put all these things in the garbage can, the same garbage can that they walked through there the day before. Now, his lawyer right now, it might be boring, but his lawyer is trying to get to more evidence that can be thrown out. That's why they're going through all this. Every police officer that dealt with this case has to take the stand as well. So right now the thing get boring again. Law enforcement messing up one little thing can lead to a mistrial. See? So he asked the police, did y'all observe any signs of struggle anywhere in the house, anything suspicious while you were in there the first time when you guys climbed through the window and opened the door? And the lead detective said no, he didn't. He said, did y'all search the whole house? Because you know where my gopher, if that detective ever said, yes, we did. We went upstairs, we went through every room. Everything they gathered there then would have been thrown out. So the detective says, no, we didn't. One officer started to go up the steps, and I said, stop. Get back. Let's get out this house. We don't have a warrant to be here. Remember, they went there on a wellness check. So anything could have been happening inside the house. When they got there, the garage door was badly damaged, which they said was their reason to actually go in. Like, there could be somebody in there that's in dire need of some medical help. So they breached the window and went in, and they opened the door and everybody else come in. But once they got in, they called around. Some PD police department, we're here. Hello, hello. They walked around on the first floor of the house, looked around, saw some stuff. The garbage can was empty. It's in the garage. It's parked next to the porch. They looked around, and then they left. They went and got a warrant. Then they came back. This could also mean that they might have planted stuff. It could also mean that they might have disrupted certain evidence, transferred stuff from one place to the other, and which could tell a totally different story, which would by all means affect his story, his alibi, his account of what happened. I want to see how this can get thrown out. So even these police officers have to be very careful on how they're answering these questions. John Mahan, he testified next. He's the sergeant over at CID, Criminal Investigation Unit. He was the supervisor at the time, along with other supervisors over the case at the time of 2019 when this all went down. He said that he was aware that they were tracking and they did have surveillance going on Andre. He also said that he was aware that they were initially reporting to a wellness check, and then it had turned into something else. He said that after the second search warrant was issued, he too entered the house. The garage door was totally damaged. I saw it. I saw the video of it. The way how the garage door was damaged, though, the garage door looked like it's a storm licket. I would think, may have one garage door, I would think that that garage door, based on listening and reading, that the garage door was dented really badly. Half of the garage door tear off. I don't know what happened to their garage door, but half of it tear off. You could literally walk straight in. So he said after second search warrant, he went into the house as well. I saw the garage door totally damaged. The Porsche was sitting right there. It's a black Porsche. The car was sitting right there. Anyone could have walked in. At this point, it is clear that Andre absolutely had no plans, because it's the same garbage can him go put all the stuff in before. If he was really planned out and concealing and hiding and stuff, he would have never put that right there. He was panicked. He was definitely panicked. Now, after the first search warrant and the police searching, he placed evidence in the same house, back in the garbage can, came back with a second search warrant, caught all of it. He was so busy covering up. This is what this came down to. He was so busy covering up what he was trying to cover up that he wasn't even thinking straight, that they might double back the next day. And they did. That's how they were able to catch the stuff that he put in the garbage can. Because them talked to him, the first time they talked to him when they saw him there. Remember, the detective said the dirt on the wheels, and he walked around the car, that he pulled up in the driveway and he saw the branches on the back of the car and stuff. They spoke to him. But he's thinking, okay, that's it. I'm a military man. They're probably giving me the benefit of the doubt, right? So they spoke to him and they gave him no inclination that they were going to go get a warrant and come back. But they already noted some stuff that they saw, and that was suspicious. Hey, I think we need to go get a warrant and actually properly search that place. And he wasn't thinking that far. His mind is preoccupied with how I'm going to get rid of this body. How I'm going to cut. He's not thinking cover up the house, clean down more, go over all the steps where y'all went fighting in here, do this, that, and the other. And they were able to confiscate those evidence from that. Reggae Girl Bento says, when did he purchase the stuff at Lowe's? Isn't it before the murder? What do you call that? Okay, Reggae Girl Bento, you're going to have to start, because I can't be backtracking for everybody. We do these videos for a reason. So take your time and watch the video them and go through it. I'm going to give you one free one. He purchased all that stuff after, not before, after, which speaks to his defense. That said that yesterday. If he had a plan, so I'm gonna get rid of my wife, I'll kill her. I'm gonna need this garbage bag, this big industrial garbage bag. I need a shovel. I'm gonna dig a shallow grave. I'm gonna need 2 5-gallon cans. So I'm gonna need whole heap of gasoline because I'm gonna have to burn the body too, and this and that. He would have done that before. He did that after. See? All right. In the garbage can, yeah, the bloody sweater, the hammer with the blood on it, and all the other things, they were in there. Her remains were found mixed with cow skeleton remains. They found her, they stumbled upon these remains when it was remember there were huge search parties out there, right? So they've been searching all day. When it was getting dark, they stumbled upon these remains. But it was kind of dark out by now. So some of them were saying maybe these are human stuff, and others were like, nah, this looks like animal stuff. And then they're like, listen, it's getting too dark. Let's call it off right here. And then tomorrow, high visibility, we'll be able to go through all this. Here it goes. And this is where somebody in that comment section took offense to what I said. I don't know why. But if it was his mother, that's what a person said. If it was the detective's mother, I bet he would have continued with the search. I said, no, he wouldn't have continued with the search. They found her at night. They were not sure. Animal remains mixed up with human remains. Come back the next day. I was being in my feelings, so I put down on my paper right here. 2 dummies said if that was the detective's mother, he would have kept searching for her into the night. No, I don't mean for calling the dummies. No disrespect. I'm just saying what I wrote down, right? I tried to explain what I would do because the person said, SouFLo, if it was you and your mother, you would have carried the search on. And they said something about using helicopter and lights and something. And I try to explain to them, this is coming from a place of experience, try to explain to them that what you do as a civilian, if it was your mother, is different from how you operate in uniform. Somebody came in and said, plus they have a chain of command. I said, yes. And I'm going to explain more. Rules and regulations. So when they call the search off, everybody has to go. You can't stand up out there and talk about, I'm going to keep on searching. No, the search is called off until tomorrow. We will convene tomorrow, reconvene tomorrow, and go back over all this. There's something amongst law enforcement personnel and military personnel that's called SOP. Okay? Standard operating procedures, and you never break or deviate from it. There's a big reason why. Anytime a soldier deviates or a law enforcement official deviates from an SOP, when it's time to go before the courts, this is what is said in court. Is this the SOP? Anyhow, you said no, it's not. Oh, so you just went off on your own and did what the hell you wanted to do, right? You must have, because you didn't follow SOP. So that's the reason why it wasn't about emotions. If I'm a soldier and I'm out of uniform and you disrespect my mom in front of me, I could feel like I might want to punch you in your face and break your jaw. We're going to fight, right? But if I'm in uniform representing my uniform and the entity to which it belongs, I have to operate like a soldier. I have to try to calm the situation, get my mom up out of there, call law enforcement if you're threatening. Only if I feel like, well, my life might be in danger, then I might be able to. But what you will do off emotions is not what you do in uniform. And I hope that is understood, right? So at this point, last page, we're almost done. So at this point, it's hard to say what his lawyers are trying to do by asking about the cow bones and the tree line and where she was found, because they were like, well, Is it safe to say that there are more places on this land that were more secluded? I think what they're trying to establish here is that how she was recovered, he left her in a place where he was pretty sure she would be recovered, kind of thing. Female deputy Alma Barbosa, she testified next. She's a CSI officer. Photo, documents, crime scene, collects evidence, video, sketches, scans, alongside the investigators. That's her job. Basically, every officer involved has to testify. Every officer involved has to verify all the stuff that was taken, all the evidence, all the pictures, all the material stuff, all that, anything that was said that day that was written into report. Is this your handwriting? Did you write this? Do you recall writing this? Did you sign this? Is this your signature at the bottom of this? So that's why it gets so boring now, and that is where they are at. Today at 10 a.m., it's 9:38 now. They start again at 10 a.m. I will shoot the link today. And you, if you are subscribed to the channel and you have your notification on, you will see the link, and then hit the link and come right on over, because I will be there watching it as well. All right, and taking notes so we can come discuss it. Yes, sir. That is what we would like to happen to them, to continue searching for our loved ones, but they have to follow standard procedures. And Henry says, yes, and that's what I was trying to explain yesterday in the comment section, but people got into their feelings, so I just stopped and just take my notes and then explain it here on a platform that is more conducive, right? Y'all can call him whatever names y'all want to call him. Y'all, let me close this video by saying this. You can call him whatever names you want to call him. You can keyboard type whatever you. I hope him dead. I hope them hang him by him toenail them and him two balls. I hope them cut off him head. I hope you can say whatever you want to say, but how this is playing out, I can already tell you this. He's not going to get life in prison without the possibility of parole. Remember, I know you have life, and then you have life without the possibility of parole. Anything over 25 years is considered life. See? But I can tell you he is not going to get life without the possibility of parole, and he definitely is not going to get the death penalty. Matter of fact, this is shaping up to look like exactly what the hell his lawyer said it was from the beginning. Right there. A toxic couple got into a mutual fight. Shit went wrong really quickly, and then he started trying to cover up. That right there, my friend, could be negligent homicide, manslaughter, borderline, round there. All right? Think about that and tune in and get some out for yourself. Big up on yourself, and thanks to the entity, I can't remember their name right now. Thanks to the entity that allows us to be able to see this clearly from start to finish. We're going to big them up tomorrow morning, right, Tessa? All right, I'll catch y'all later, man. Be careful out there. Have a wonderful day. I love you. God bless. I'm out. Peace.